What if I told you that you can completely reprogram your brain in just 5 minutes? That there exists a secret technique discovered in 1937 and validated by modern neuroscience, capable of transforming your subconscious mind and, consequently, your entire reality. Most people dream of success, prosperity, and personal fulfillment, but only a select few are willing to discover and actually apply the methods that truly work. The problem is that we live in a world of mental overload. Our conscious mind processes more than 70,000 thoughts per day, with 95% of them being the same thoughts from yesterday. It's as if we're trapped in an endless loop of limiting mental programming. Every great achievement begins with a conscious decision to break these automatic patterns and reprogram the mind for success. And in this video, I'm going to reveal exactly how you can do this, using the autosuggestion protocol that has transformed the lives of millions of people around the world. Great visionaries and inventors transformed the world by choosing the path of mental discipline over the comfort of a passive mind. They discovered the cosmic power of autosuggestion to shape their reality. Let's explore how this revolutionary technique can completely transform your life. In 1937, Napoleon Hill published Think and Grow Rich, a book that would become one of the greatest classics in personal development literature of all time. But what few people know is that Hill didn't create these ideas from thin air. He spent 20 years interviewing the most successful entrepreneurs in America: Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, John D. Rockefeller, discovering the mental secrets behind their extraordinary achievements. And do you know what Hill discovered was the common thread among all these business titans? Autosuggestion. All of them, without exception, used specific mental programming techniques to condition their subconscious mind for success. Intro end. Intro end. But what exactly is autosuggestion? It's the process by which you consciously program your subconscious mind through affirmations, visualizations, and systematic repetition. It's the golden bridge between your conscious mind, which sets the goals, and your subconscious mind, which has the infinite power to make them reality. Think of it this way: your conscious mind is like a ship's captain giving directions. Your subconscious mind is like the crew and engine. It executes orders without question. The problem is that most people never learn to give clear, consistent commands to their mental crew. The result? They sail in circles, repeating the same limiting patterns year after year. Autosuggestion is the scientific method to take control of the helm. When you master this technique, you literally reprogram the neural circuits responsible for your beliefs, habits, and automatic behaviors. Here's the first fundamental principle of autosuggestion. The subconscious mind doesn't differentiate between real experiences and vividly imagined experiences. When you visualize something with sufficient emotion and repetition, your brain creates the same neural connections as if that experience were real. Thomas Edison understood this deeply. Before creating any invention, he would spend hours visualizing every detail of the process, every component, every result. He literally built his inventions first in his subconscious mind through autosuggestion before manifesting them in the physical world. It was no coincidence that Edison registered over 1,000 patents. He had mastered the mental blueprint of creation. Henry Ford used the same technique. When everyone said it was impossible to mass-produce cars, Ford used autosuggestion to program his subconscious mind with absolute certainty that he would find a way. He visualized assembly lines working perfectly, cars being produced on a scale never seen before, families across America driving their own automobiles. And his subconscious mind, conditioned by this constant programming, orchestrated all the ideas, connections, and opportunities necessary to turn this vision into reality. The second principle of autosuggestion is even more powerful. Your emotions are the fuel that accelerates programming. The subconscious mind responds more quickly to information loaded with intense emotion. That's why it's not enough to just repeat affirmations mechanically. You need to feel them with every fiber of your being. Andrew Carnegie understood this. He didn't just affirm that he would be successful in business. He visualized himself experiencing the deep satisfaction of building a business empire. the gratitude of being able to generate jobs for thousands of people, the joy of using his wealth for philanthropic causes. He loaded these visualizations with emotions so intense that his subconscious mind accepted them as priority instructions. Modern science completely validates Napoleon Hill's discoveries. Recent neuroscientists at Stanford University published groundbreaking research showing that intense visualization techniques can literally reshape brain structure within weeks. The researchers discovered that when a person practices visualization with high emotional charge for just 5 minutes daily, there's a significant increase in BDNF production, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. BDNF is like fertilizer for neurons, promoting the growth of new synaptic connections and strengthening circuits associated with visualized experiences. Even more impressive, neuroimaging exams showed that after 21 days of consistent practice, participants' brain activation patterns changed permanently. Brain areas associated with confidence, decision-making, and goal execution showed greater neural density and connectivity. In other words, modern neuroscience has scientifically validated what Napoleon Hill observed through experience in 1937. Autosuggestion is a genuine and powerful tool for mental reprogramming. But what makes this even more fascinating is that Napoleon Hill identified the golden window for autosuggestion decades before science discovered the brain's circadian rhythms. Hill noticed that the most successful entrepreneurs practiced autosuggestion at 2 specific moments, immediately after waking up and in the last minutes before sleep. Today we know this wasn't by chance. During these moments, our brain operates in alpha and theta frequencies, states of consciousness where the subconscious mind becomes more receptive to new programming. It's as if, in these moments, the door between your conscious and subconscious mind opens wide. John D. Rockefeller took advantage of this golden window religiously. These weren't vague daydreams. They were structured sessions where he saw himself making precise decisions, closing specific deals, expanding his company systematically. And every night, in the last minutes before falling asleep, Rockefeller repeated the process, this time focusing on gratitude for the day's achievements and mental preparation for the next day's challenges. This practice of 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes at night was the secret protocol that programmed his subconscious mind to identify opportunities that others couldn't see. The genius of this protocol lies not just in the technique itself, but in its revolutionary simplicity. While most people wake up checking their phones and go to sleep watching TV, literally programming their minds with random information, these visionaries used these precious moments to install mental software for excellence. That's why autosuggestion isn't just a personal development technique, it's transformation technology. When you understand that your subconscious mind is always being programmed, either by you consciously or by the environment unconsciously, you take complete control of the process. Now that you understand how autosuggestion reprograms your brain through the connection between conscious and subconscious mind, why intense emotions accelerate the process, and how modern neuroscience has validated these time-tested techniques, it's time to discover the exact 5-minute protocol that Napoleon Hill developed to transform millions of lives around the world. So here's exactly how to do it. The 5-minute protocol that Napoleon Hill developed after studying 500 of the world's richest men isn't just theory. It's a practical system you can start using today. And here's the best part. You don't need any special equipment. You don't need complicated apps. You don't need expensive courses. You just need 5 minutes and your mind, that's it. Let me show you step by step how it works. Minute 1. Preparation and relaxation. First, you need to create the ideal mental state for autosuggestion to work. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and take some deep breaths. But this isn't just any breathing. Breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 4, breathe out for 6. This specific technique activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the state when your brain becomes most receptive to new programming. Hill discovered this through observing Andrew Carnegie. Carnegie always said that the first seconds of any mental practice determined the quality of the entire session. That's why he always started with what he called mental cleansing, removing all distractions and creating a state of total receptivity. Minute 2. Goal visualization. Now comes the crucial part. You're going to visualize your goal as already achieved. But pay attention. This isn't just daydreaming. You need to see specific details. If it's financial prosperity, you see the bank statement with the exact amount. If it's health, you see yourself doing specific activities with boundless energy. If it's relationships, you see specific conversations taking place. Thomas Edison used this technique every day before sleeping and upon waking. He visualized his inventions working perfectly even before building them. Edison registered 1,093 patents in his lifetime. That wasn't luck. The secret here is what neuroscience calls directed neuroplasticity. When you visualize specifically and repeatedly, the brain begins to create neural connections as if that were already reality. Minute 3. Repetition of positive affirmations. The third minute is where you repeat your affirmations with total conviction, but it's not just any affirmation. You have to follow the specific formula that Hill discovered. I am desired quality. I have desired resource. I do desired action with ease and naturalness. For example, I am prosperous. I have financial abundance. I make investment decisions with ease and naturalness. Or, I am healthy. I have vibrant energy. I make healthy food choices with ease and naturalness. Henry Ford repeated his affirmations exactly like this every day for 20 years before becoming one of America's wealthiest entrepreneurs. He said that conscious repetition was like hammering a new truth into the subconscious mind. Minute 4. Emotional engagement. The fourth minute is where many people fail, because here you need to emotionally feel as if the goal is already real. It's not enough to just think or speak. You have to feel the gratitude, the joy, the confidence you would have if you had already achieved it. Hill discovered that emotion is the language the subconscious understands best. When you combine clear thinking with intense emotion, you create what he called applied faith, the absolute conviction that it will materialize. The Wright brothers did this before each flight test. They emotionally experienced the sensation of flying even before they could actually take off. Everyone thought they were crazy, but they were the first to achieve flight because they emotionally believed it was possible. Minute 5. Integration and commitment. Minute 5. Integration and commitment. The last minute is where you seal the commitment. You finish by declaring a specific action you will take in the next 24 hours to bring you closer to the goal. It has to be something concrete and specific. If the goal is financial prosperity, it could be, today I will research 3 investment opportunities. If it's health, today I will take a 30-minute walk and eat a nutritious meal. If it's relationships, today I will start a meaningful conversation with someone important to me. Carnegie always ended his sessions this way, with a specific commitment for the next 24 hours. He said this created a bridge between the mental world and the physical world. Now, I know this might seem too simple. Just 5 minutes a day, but this simplicity is intentional. Hill tested routines of 30 minutes, 1 hour, even 2 hours, and he discovered that 5 minutes practiced with complete consistency is infinitely more powerful than 1 hour done sporadically. The key is consistency, because what you're doing here isn't just positive thinking. You're literally reprogramming the neural circuits of your brain. And this requires repetition to take hold. Mistake number 1, only doing it when you remember. It must be every day at the same time, preferably early morning or before sleep when the brain is most receptive. Mistake number 2, being vague about goals. I want to be happy doesn't work. I have deep and meaningful relationships with people who support me. That works. Mistake number 3, not involving emotion. If you're just repeating words without feeling anything, you're wasting time. Emotion is what makes autosuggestion penetrate the subconscious. Mistake number 4, giving up too quickly. Hill said it took at least 21 days to start seeing changes in behavior, but real, profound changes took 90 days. And when is the best time to practice? Hill recommended 2 windows of opportunity, right upon waking and before sleep. At these moments, the brain is in what neuroscientists call alpha state, more receptive to new programming. If you can only do it once a day, do it right upon waking, because then you program your subconscious to seek opportunities related to your goal throughout the entire day. How do you know if it's working? In the first 2 weeks, you'll start noticing that you think about your goal more frequently. In the third week, you'll begin making decisions automatically that bring you closer to the goal. And from the first month onward, you'll start seeing concrete results in the physical world. Hill documented this with hundreds of students. Mike, a sales executive who applied the protocol to improve his performance, increased his sales by 40% in the first month. Jennifer, an entrepreneur who used it to develop confidence, managed to close her company's first major contract in 45 days. What do they all have in common? They didn't skip a single day in the first 30 days, because Hill discovered that consistency in the first 30 days determines whether the new mental pattern will stick or not. Now imagine this. 30 days from now, you wake up every day with natural confidence, making decisions aligned with your bigger goals, attracting opportunities that previously went unnoticed. This isn't fantasy. It's directed neuroplasticity through systematic autosuggestion. Hill studied this for 25 years and documented the results with scientific precision. Today, neuroscience confirms every word he wrote in 1937. The 5-minute protocol is here. The instructions are clear. The mistakes to avoid are mapped out. Now only one thing is missing, your decision to start. So here's my challenge for you. For the next 7 days, practice the 5-minute protocol exactly as I explained. Every day, at the same time, following each step. And then let me know in the comments what change you noticed most. Because one thing I guarantee, 7 days from now, you won't be the same person who started watching this video today. Conscious autosuggestion has that power. Hill proved it. Science confirms it, now it's up to you.